Welcome back, everyone, for another deep dive. Today, we are going to be taking a look at Justin Brownlee.
Yeah.
Specifically, some analysis about his recent performance.
Yeah.
And I think this is a really cool angle because this is something that even the biggest stars,
Right.
they face these same challenges.
Uh-huh.
Age,
Yeah.
demanding schedules.
Absolutely.
And it's just, I think, a really cool way to look at the human side of these,
Totally.
superhuman athletes.
You said it. The human side, they're not
Right.
invincible.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that's easy to forget when you watch them play at such a high level.
Yeah, for sure. And our source material kind of jumps right into it,
Okay.
talking about age as a factor.
Okay.
So Brownlee is 36, which in basketball years, that's getting up there.
Yeah. That's definitely
So
true.
is that enough to explain the dip in performance?
I mean, well, age plays a role for sure.
Right.
Like, just think about it. When you're 36, your body just doesn't recover as quickly as it did when you were in your 20s.
Right.
Your endurance naturally declines. All those years of wear and tear, they start to add up.
Yeah.
And it becomes less about skill at that point and more about how your body is holding up.
Yeah, I remember seeing, Michael Jordan in his Wizards days. Like, he still had the moves.
Yeah. Oh.
But you could just tell that explosiveness was different.
Exactly. And I think for a player like Brownlee, who's known for his athleticism,
Right.
those drives to the basket, that could be a big change for him. You might see that decrease in endurance in those drives, maybe a little less lift on those jump shots. So
Yeah.
it definitely plays a part.
Yeah, that's really interesting. But, I mean, Brownlee was, like, unstoppable last season, so could it just be age?
Well, that's where his schedule comes in, I think.
Okay.
The source highlights, his commitments to both Ginebra and Giles Pilipinas.
Oh, right.
Which means he's basically playing back-to-back tournaments with almost no breaks. Remember that stretch in November?
Yeah.
3 games in 5 days?
Oh, man.
And all high-intensity matchups.
I was exhausted just watching.
Exactly. And imagine being Brownlee on the court, giving it his all in every single one of those games.
Right.
That kind of schedule is grueling for anyone, let alone someone in their mid-30s.
Yeah, no, for sure. So like you're saying,
Yeah.
it's not just the physical fatigue.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're also talking about mental burnout.
Yeah.
That constant pressure to perform, all the travel, the lack of recovery time, it can really take a toll.
It really all adds up.
Yeah.
So you're saying we're seeing age
Mm-hmm.
combined with this crazy demanding schedule.
Exactly.
But the source doesn't really quantify like his decline with specific stats or anything.
Right. They don't go into like the numbers.
Okay.
It's more about understanding the context, I think.
Okay.
And then how these factors might be playing into what fans are seeing.
Okay, so like we have these pieces.
Yeah.
We're getting the puzzle pieces.
Exactly.
And now we have to kind of use our own observations of Brownlee's games.
Yeah.
And put it all together.
Combine it all to get that full picture.
Yeah.
And I think this leads to a really important question.
Okay.
How do we balance a player's ambition and their desire to win with their long-term well-being and career longevity?
Right.
That's a tough question.
Yeah.
That teams, coaches, and even the players themselves really need to consider.
Yeah. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
For sure. And I think like looking at it through this lens of Brownlee and his situation makes it even more
Absolutely.
real.
Yeah.
So it's going to be super interesting to see how he adapts to all this moving forward.
Absolutely. Can't wait to see what happens.
Well, thanks for diving into this with me.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
And we'll see you next time.
See ya.